Fala pessoal, belezinha? Aqui é o Firi, sejam bem-vindos a mais um episódio de Alan Wake. Nós voltamos aqui 3 anos no tempo e... parece que a gente tá mais feio, hein? Nossa, como ele tá feio. Que horror, como eu tô feio, cadê minha barbinha? Caralho, olha lá fora. Uau! Que nice. Enfim, aqui a nossa esposa ainda tá com a gente, coisa e tal, e... bom, ele voltou lá do frio e ele quer tomar um café. Vamos ligar aqui.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Vamos dar uma olhada no áudio. Áudio. Tá tudo no máximo. Não sei porque eu achei o volume do jogo meio baixo. A trilha sonora parece ser mal boa. Dá pra ir lá fora? Tem que ser meio louco pra querer ir lá fora, né? Mas... tipo, eu sou meio louco. Nem parece que tem vidro na janela. O tempo tá feio, hein? Puta, eu sempre quis conhecer neve. Puta que pariu, né? Deve ser muito foda. E eu amo frio, né? Apesar que não essas temperaturas extremas, mas enfim. Vamos continuar pro jogo, que isso que interessa. Tem uma puta de uma caixa aqui. Bonita a nossa casa, hein? Caraca, vem aqui, minha mulher. Vem cá, minha gatinha.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Eu não sei, essas garrafas de café é muito bizarra, velho. Ainda não entendi direito pra que serve. Ó, parece que não abre. Onde que é a minha mesa? Aqui. Aqui é o meu office. Um dia eu vou ter um desse também. Ó. Alan Wake, Alan Wake, Alan Wake. Return to sender. What I can't forget. Alex Casey. The things that I want. The fall of Casey. Nice. Very nice. Ok. Páginas. Examinar.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time.
Isso aí. E tem duas, cacete. Calma aí, vamos ver a primeira.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Caralho.
Oh, and speaking of Barry...
Calma aí. Para de falar, mulher.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
É cacete.
Alan!
Não, não, desculpa.
Alan!
I'm coming.
Please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Ok.
I'm right here, baby.
Focus.
I'm fine, I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Pronto, te ilumino. You okay now? Let's do this. Vem aqui pro quarto. O quarto está claro, mulher. Tem velas, coisas e tal. Boa, vou achar a caixa de fusível.
I'll be right there. Come on, deep breaths, okay?
Ok, eu tô no banheiro. Porra, o que eu tô fazendo no banheiro? Where the fuck I go?
Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Oh, que bonitinho. Puta, voltamos. Ah, não, eu quero ficar no passado.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me.
Okay.
I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
What? What the fuck? Vamos pescar.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Pescar é gostoso, meu.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Eu tô indo. Bom, aparentemente não tem nada. As minhas armas, será que elas sumiram, né? Não vão estar comigo. What the fuck? Nossa, aquela mulher de novo. Ai, caralho, ela tinha falado alguma coisa das...
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Thank you.
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like
Ela
that.
manja, hein?
Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Bom, vamos logo onde interessa. Eu sei que não é pra cá, mas... Vamos ver o que tem. Aqui a gente acha alguma... Ó lá, já tem coisa pra examinar aqui.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Algo me diz que vocês não vão achar ele. Ó, o manuscrito e mais café. Ok. Alice vê uma sombra.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Parecia que é aquela véia maldita lá. A minha esposa é tipo um anjo, então, né? Tipo... Ou será que
The
nada a
sheriff
ver?
wants to see you in her office, Mr.
I know, I'm coming. Shit. Ler? Desaparecidos. Richard Balgi, sei lá, Bruce Densky, Jacob Miller. Saíram para acampar há dias, não entraram em contato. Se você os viu e sabe onde estão, ligue para 555-9932. Thank you. Ok. Desaparecido. Usar truques para ganhar os concursos. Desaparecido. Um gatinho! Puta que pariu, mano. O Wilson sumiu. Vamos atrás do Wilson. Sarah Breaker. Xerefe. Ela é a xerefe da cidade. Então vamos ver a xerefe.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Thank you. I'm gonna take my cell phone.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
Yeah.
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here.
Puta merda.
After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Can you turn the lights? The lights on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't...
Sei lá o que esse cara tá falando, velho.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Caralho, velho, que doideira que tá acontecendo.
I need it to be bright in here. Hey, you, can you help me? Can you turn the lights on?
Ah, eu ligo, desculpa.
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here.
Você tá bêbado, essa desgraça?
Cops, they got it all wrong. See? Sure,
no.
Sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I can tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something that a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Tem algo acontecendo com o pessoal aqui da cidade, velho. Tá todo mundo ficando possuído por essa porra dessa darkness aí. Vou chamar o Sora do Kingdom Hearts pra dar um jeito nessa
The early
porra.
morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Como que a gente vai lá? Dá pra me pular isso aqui? Tá, mas... por ali?
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Vamos escutar radiozinho.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh?
Patience.
No point in getting all worked up yet.
Bom, aquela explorada, ver se não acha mais essas. Eu não sei se essas páginas é só pra completar a história. É porque é conquista também, provavelmente. Bom, vamos tentar. Eu sei onde tem que ir, é só vir por aqui, eu acho. Por isso que eu digo que eu não sei onde tem que ir. Tá bom, como que eu vou ali? Eu só... ah, aqui. Ui, dá pra empurrar isso? Huia! Mais uma página. Waking lovers speak.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lovers Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Where the fuck is my wife?
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Não dá pra gente fugir? Aparentemente não, é só apertar o botão, mas não deixa. Ó, a gente tem que convencer a mina de deixar a gente dar um fora daqui. You okay, man?
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Caraca.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Me too.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Esse nome de cachorro.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Bom. Nossa, tá muito bem detalhado, velho. Olha esse daqui, mano. Esqueleto de um mamute da Colômbia. Mamutus colombi. Estima-se que esse exemplar tenha 14 mil anos e foi encontrado em La Brea Tar Pits em 1981. Foi doado ao Parque Nacional de Etherwood em 1998, quando o mamute da Colômbia se tornou o fóssil oficial do estado de Washington. Foi batizado de Charles Dentes Largos e agora é o mascote oficial do parque. Tomara que a escuridão não afete nada que tenha ossos. Quer dizer, afeta humanos, né? Tá, melhor não começar a pensar muito nisso. Então é isso, pessoal, vou terminar esse episódio por aqui. Muito obrigado a todo mundo que tá assistindo. Se gostou, dá aquele like, compartilhe. Se gostou muito, avise seus amigos pra dar um pulo aqui no canal. Quem sabe ele goste também. E a gente se vê no próximo episódio, hein? Brigadão e fui!